One of the more interesting changes in country music of the last several years is the rise of bro country and some of the female songwriters that have been writing and performing songs that challenge or explore the conflicts, culture, and common themes in country music and rural America. Shane McAnally, an out gay country songwriter with a lot of hit songs, thinks an outsider's perspective is good for country music. What I've noticed in the last 10 years is that the girls are the ones saying everything. Back in the day, I don't even know specifically when, but guys would really lay it out there. We went through a phase of about 20 years when girls got real sweet and it was all slick and they didn't say a whole lot. And I feel like that's coming around. I mean, they're talking about some real things. Merry-go-round, a guy could say that too, but right now I don't know any guys that would. For those of you who are unfamiliar, Merry-Go-Round is a song performed by Casey Musgraves, which we'll explore in this presentation. Shane McAnally has partnered with a group of female songwriters and performers who have had a huge impact on the country music industry in the last few years. They are Brandy Clark on the left, Miranda Lambert, and Casey Musgraves on the far right. In this presentation, we'll examine the work of these important country artists. In 2013, Songs About Trucks was released by Wade Bowen. It's a response to the assumptions about masculinity and the male image that have dominated country music in the last few years. Notice all the ways Bowen resists the stereotypes the director in the music video wants him to appropriate. The title of the song suggests that truck songs have become an overused marketing category to promote an image of masculine power, sexual prowess, and freedom. Bowen wants the freedom to be himself rather than kowtow to the industry's lowest common denominator. One can imagine that co-songwriter Shane McAnally has a unique perspective on these stereotypes of maleness common in the country music industry, especially as a gay man writing country songs. Mama's Broken Heart, written by Brandy Clark, Shane McAnally, and Casey Musgraves, and performed by Miranda Lambert, explores the generational changes taking place in country music and rural America. The song explores a familiar theme in American popular music, a relationship breakup. But Mama's Broken Heart is more about how the singer's way of dealing with the breakup causes tension between her and her mother. This is a rebellious song, something you might expect in rock and roll of the 1950s, though Mama's Broken Heart is more self-aware about its rebellion. The singer takes ownership over her feelings. Here the breakup song is a statement of growing up, embracing the mess of one's own life rather than hiding it. Lambert chooses to express her individuality and her feelings rather than trying to put on a brave face for the rest of society, as Jackie Kennedy modeled for the older generation when John F. Kennedy died. The 2012 song Merry-Go-Round, written by Casey Musgraves, Josh Osborne, and Shane McAnally, takes a critical look at rural America. Using the merry-go-round to symbolize a cycle that continues in small towns, the songwriters also play with the word merry to describe the various vices family members turn to as a way of dealing with the boredom they are stricken with. Finally, Brandy Clark released a solo album in 2013 called 12 Stories. Most of the songs on the album are more spare than her commercial hits for other songwriters, but they're also more naked in their portrayal of everyday people dealing with problems than many songs written for radio. In Hungover, Clark tells the story of a woman with a drunk husband, and we follow her journey to independence. As the song progresses, we can hear the building strength of the main character as each refrain builds on the previous verse. Hungover is a response, in a way, to many honky-tonk and bro-country songs that celebrate, romanticize, or explain away drunkenness from the male perspective. Clark's approach is to see things from the perspective of someone who's rarely mentioned in these songs, an invisible, marginalized person, the woman waiting at home. Clark is part of a group of songwriters offering the perspectives of outsiders in the country industry and in rural American culture. These songwriters are clearly contributing to the traditions and many of the working class values of American country music, but have contributed to the rise of a new voice, a stronger female voice, and a questioning of the kind of cowboy masculinity country music tends to offer.